Hi everybody, it's Richard here again and welcome to another ranking video. This one's specifically done for Rob Walker. I'm only joking, Rob, you can pass this one by. I'm going to try and rank the Queen singles. Now it's one heck of a task considering there's 41 singles here. Now I'm not going to touch the ones after Freddie's death. So there'll be nothing from Made in Heaven on this ranking, and I'm not actually going to include These Are the Days of Our Lives because it was actually released just shortly after he passed. So the 41 singles from their debut Keep Yourself Alive up until the last one was The Show Must Go On in 1991. And so we'll start, as I say, there's 41 of them, so it may take a while, so I'll try and run through these as quickly as possible. Okay, number 41, and from 1984, it's their Christmas single, Thank God It's Christmas. It's not a very good song to start with. It doesn't really have a Christmas feel to it at all. If you really do listen closely, you do hear the odd sleigh bell and you hear the odd tubular bell, but it doesn't have a Christmas feel, and I think it's a bit of a dirge, to be honest with you. It's not brilliant, so that's number 41. Number 40, this is Headlong from the Innuendo album in 1991. It's the Brian May song. Although this credited to Queen, it's actually really a Brian May song. It's okay, but I just think they could have done better. Brian could have done better than this. I just don't think it's all that special. I think he's trying hard to make a catchy song, and it just doesn't work for me. So that's number 40. Number 39 is I Want It All from The Miracle. This is actually the first single, again another Brian May song. And whenever I hear this, all I can think of is Spinal Tap, and I don't know why. I just think it's one of those fist pumping rock songs it's almost like a parody of rock. I'm not keen. It's not their best, and I don't think it should have been the first single. I can understand it being a single because it is quite catchy, but I don't think it's very good. Okay, number 38, and sorry Brian, but it's you again, and it's from The Miracle, and it's Scandal, and this is just based around a synthesizer riff, but it's okay. It's not great. I think this was actually the 5th single from the album, so they were stretching it a bit, so it was a better LP track excuse me, than an actual single. So that is Scandal at number 38. Number 37, from Innuendo, is Freddie's I'm Going Slightly Mad. I think this sounds very, very dated. Again, it's okay, but single material compared to the greater Queen singles, it just doesn't stand up for me. In fact, the last 2 albums really don't stand up for me, but there we go. So that's I'm Going Slightly Mad at number 37. 36, from Hot Space, I'm going to go with Back Chat, the John Deacon song. Now, this I think would have been better if it had only been an instrumental. I think the music of this is really good. It's almost chic-like, but the vocals just don't work, and that's why it falls. It's the 4th single taken from Hot Space. It's also in a bit of a remix form, but Calling All Girls would have been a better single, but still 36, Back Chat, the John Deacon song. 35, and this may be a surprise as well, and this is The Show Must Go On, and this is credited to Queen, but it's mainly a Brian May song again. It's okay. I just find it a bit monotonous, a bit boring. It's very bombastic, over the top, but it doesn't work as good as some of the Queen's bombastic, over the top previous songs. So to me, not great. Elton John does not a bad version of it for the Queen concert in 1992, which I think was the B-side of one of his singles, but no, it's not one of my favourites. Okay, number 35, and sorry, number 34, and this is One Vision, and this is the first post Live Aid single. I thought this was a disappointment. This is just a standard rocker. It's got a little bit better in time for me, but it's still nowhere near the top, and I think this is a full group collaboration on this. It's just credited to Queen, and all the songs, well no, not all the songs after this, no, because the Kind of Magic songs were all credited to individual performers, but it's the last two albums that were all credited to Queen. Again, it's not fantastic, it's just a standard rocker for me. Number 33, and it sounds as if I'm giving Brian May a really hard time here, but I'm going to go with Save Me from The Game. It's formulaic in its very quiet verses, big chorus, very quiet verses, big chorus, and to me it's not the best of those. It's got a good video. It actually works better whenever you watch the video than listening to the song itself. So that's number 33, and that's Save Me. This is not done on purpose, by the way. I do like Brian May, but number 32, and it's Tie Your Mother Down from The Day in the Races. It is a good rocker, but it's not good enough to be a single. It's a really good LP track. If you flip the side over and you had You and I as the B-side, it would be a far better single, and a far better A-side, to be honest with you, because it's got a really sort of almost Motowny feel to it, the John Deacon song. But Tie Your Mother Down, number 32, good song, but not single material. 31, you may think this is too high, but I do like this. This is Body Language. Yes, I think this is very hypnotic. It's got a very hypnotic riff to it. It's almost, what's the word? Almost like a loop that goes round and round and round and round. I do like it. It's a very adventurous single, and I applaud them for doing it. It's not perfect, but Following Under Pressure I thought was very brave, and I do quite like it, and this is obviously a Freddie Mercury song. Okay, number 30. I'm going to go with the live Love of My Life from the Life Killers album. Yeah, this is good. It's done on the acoustic guitar. It's not as good as the studio version of A Night at the Opera, but it's still pretty good. Live singles in general don't really work for me. Some do, most of them don't. But this is actually not bad. It didn't chart very well. I think it got to about number 50 something or number 60 something in the charts, which is really no surprise. But that's my number 30. Number 29, it's a bit sappy, but this is the Mercury Deacon song Friends Will Be Friends from A Kind of Magic. Yeah, I loved this at the time. I just don't like it as much. I think the guitar work is fantastic in it. There you go, Brian. Credit to you. Yeah, it's a good song, but the lyrics are a little bit sickly sweet. Number 28, and I do like this, but this feels as if it's two songs stuck together. This is the Miracle title track from their second last album. Yeah, this is written by obviously Queen, but I think it's Mercury Deacon. I do like it. Again, it's got a good video. It's not a bad song. Is it single material? I don't know. Again, it would be a very, very good LP track, but yeah, that gets my number 28. Number 27, and it's Spread Your Wings, the second single from News of the World, which is the John Deacon song, and I believe this is the only Queen single that doesn't actually have any backing vocals. All the vocals are by Freddie Mercury. It's a standard Queen song. It's your normal verse, big chorus, verse, big chorus, even though there is no backing vocals. Yeah, I like it. It's a good song. Never really got on any of the greatest hits LPs. None of them, I don't think. Should have. So Spread Your Wings, and that's number 27. Number 26, and I didn't like this at the time, but I really do like it now, with shared vocals between Brian and Freddie. This is Who Wants to Live Forever, and this is from A Kind of Magic. Yeah, it really has grown on me. This is much better than I remembered it. and obviously picture from the Highlander film there. Brian May written song, very slow but it's different. I do enjoy it. It's a good song. Number 25, Brian May. He had an awful lot of singles, Brian, for Queen, and this is Hammer to Fall. This is good. We're getting into really good territory here, so none of these from now on I dislike at all. I think they're all very good, but I have to put them in an order. How do I do these rankings? Well, it's actually easy enough. I pick out my favourite songs, I pick out my least favourite songs, and they're the easy parts. It's the ones in the middle I struggle with, and I jiggle about a bit, and then I listen to clips and I think, no, this is better than that, and so forth, and I come up with a list, and then I look through, and again I keep jiggling. Just before I did this video I chopped and changed again. But anyway, this is number 25, Hammer to Fall, fourth single from the works. And funny enough, the Works album itself featured every single song either as an A-side or a B-side. And it was a long time before I bought the LP because I had all the singles, which meant I had all the songs on it. But this is a good rocker by Queen, and I can't complain. Hammer to Fall, number 25. Number 24, written by Queen, really by Roger Taylor. This is The Invisible Man. I think this is good. This has got a really, really good bass riff to it. It features Daniela Westbrook from EastEnders in the video before she became famous stroke infamous. Good song. I like the Roger, Freddie, Brian May, and it's a good song. And it's obviously one of the best of that album. So Invisible Man, written by Roger Taylor. Number 23, It's a Hard Life, third single from the works. Yeah, it's a standard Freddie ballad, but it's really, really good. Dreadful video, mind. It's awful video. He looks like a prawn on that. I don't know. Some of the Queen videos were excellent, some are terrible, and there's one I'm going to talk about later on which is atrocious. But anyway, it's a good song. Third single. Every member of Queen got a single from the works. So there was 4 singles, and obviously each member got one. So Freddie's It's a Hard Life is my number 23. Number 22, and it's Kind of Magic, Roger Taylor song from the Kind of Magic album. Good song, big hits. Can't say much more about it. It is very 80s, but very enjoyable. Number 21, and this used to be higher, but I've just got sick of it, and that's Crazy Little Thing Called Love from 1979, which featured on the Game album, written by Freddie Mercury. It's a bit of an Elvis pastiche. It's good, but you know, I just need to leave it for a while, because if I hear it one more time I could go mad. But I do appreciate it is a really great song and a decent video, and Brian May's hair is relatively short as well. Okay, number 20, Brian May's Now I'm Here, good rocker from, let's see if you can see that, probably not, from A Sheer Heart Attack 1974, did pretty well in the charts, number 11 I think. Yeah, got on the Greatest Hits 1, yeah, good song, can't fault it, would be a really good one live this, so I still would have had In the Lap of the Gods as a second single, but that's just me. So number 20, Now I'm Here. Number 19, Brian May's Las Palabras de Amor. Now I like this. I compare this with Save Me, and I think this is far better. It's a little bit different in that a little bit extra special keyboards are added, and it's a really good sounding song. It's from Hot Space, 1982. Yes, it does have the first big chorus, but it's a good song. Really enjoy it. Las Palabras de Amor, which is number 19. Number 18, John Deacon's Another One Bites the Dust. I think this is released as a single on request by Michael Jackson. I'm not sure if that's true or not. You can write in the comments below if I'm talking a load of rubbish. Yeah, big hit in America, number 1 in America. Good funky song, great. From 1980, can't say much more about it. Number 17, Brian May's Flash. I love this. In fact, we're going on now. I love every one of these going forward. I think this is really, really good. The Flash album itself is not brilliant because it's just a soundtrack, but give it credit, it is a true soundtrack. Yeah, there's not a lot to this, but it just works so well, and I think it's hilarious. You know, taking bits of that corny film and putting it in. Great. Flash, number 17. Number 16 would be, is credit to Queen, but it's really Mercury and Taylor, and that's Innuendo, and by far this is the best song off their last album. This I look at as Queen's Kashmir. It sounds a little bit similar to Kashmir, and then the instrumental bit in the 2/3 of the way in is absolutely amazing. It is a great song. Deserved to get to number 1. Surprised it did actually, because it's not very commercial, but it's good to see, and this is from 1991. Okay, so where are we now? Number 15. We're getting down rightly. It's taking a while. Play the Game. Yeah, this is my favourite single from the game. Yes, I know it's probably the most standard type Queen song Freddie Mercury written. I just love it, and I love the synthesizer bit in the middle as well. I just think it works so well. It's a great song. It's slightly forgotten about, so it is. It's probably most people's least favourite of Greatest Hits 1, but I think it's great, and it's one I come back to all the time. Play the Game, and that's number 15. Number 14, We Are the Champions. Yeah, it's regarded as one of the big top 4, but it's never been in my top 4. I do really like it. I love the B-side as well, We Will Rock You. The two songs are very short. I would have liked if two of them actually had been bung together and released as a long A-side. You can't really play one without playing the other, but yeah, it's from News of the World. Freddie Mercury written. It's gone down as a classic. It is a classic, but it's still not up there for me. So that's We Are the Champions at number 14. Number 13, and John Deacon's first single for Queen, is You're My Best Friend from A Night at the Opera. This is just a great pop song. And he had the difficult task of following Bohemian Rhapsody, and this is probably the best way to follow it, with just a good, proper, standard pop song, and this got top 10. And the B-side of this is 39 by Brian May, which I like even more. So again, Brian, I'm not putting you down. Fantastic song on the B-side. So yeah, You're My Best Friend, and that is number 13. Number 12 is the EP with the lead-off track, Good Old Fashioned Lover Boy, Queen's first EP. I'm grading this with Good Old Fashioned Lover Boy because it's the one that was played all the time. It's the one they appeared in Top of the Pops with. From Day at the Races, it just goes to show it's the third single taken from Day at the Races, even though it's an EP, and it did much better than Tie Your Mother Down, the second one, which proves that really Tie Your Mother Down was not a fantastic choice. This is Freddie at his quirky best. Wonderful song. Okay, number 11, and from the 80s, is Breakthrough from The Miracle. This is great. This is a Mercury Taylor composition. Fantastic song, pretty good video, even though this is around the time in the video Freddie was starting to not wear a full beard but look unshaven to disguise the fact that, you know, that he was not well. This is a really, really good song. It's a remix version actually from the LP. The LP doesn't sound quite as good. In fact, I always think the LP version sounds a little bit slower, but this is really excellent song, and it's one of their best ever singles of the 80s. One of. Okay, we're getting into the top 10 now, and number 10 I'm going with Seven Seas of Rye. This is their second single, their first hit. They got on to Top of the Pops because I think, I'm not too sure who it wasn't able to make it. I can't remember. There was somebody couldn't make it. Was it Cliff Richard or something? I'm not sure. And they got the chance, and thank God, because they became massive. So Seven Seas of Rye, top 10 hit in 1974 from Queen 2, written by Freddie Mercury. Number 9, I'm going to go with Bicycle Race. Yeah, I'm picking Bicycle Race over Fat Bottom Girls. I think Bicycle Race is very inventive. It's a great Freddie Mercury song. It's from jazz. Um, I've loved it back then. I love it now, and it's just an excellent song. So that's my number 9. Number 8, and I'll go with Queen and David Bowie, Under Pressure, number 1 hit from 1981. Again, a great song. I think it works better, the two of them. I've heard the live Queen version, which is not as good. I've heard the live David Bowie version, which is not as good, but together it really, really works. And of course it provided that riff for Vanilla Ice, Ice Ice Baby, written by Queen and David Bowie. And the B-side of this is Soul Brother, which is actually very, very good. It wasn't featured on any albums, but it sort of name checks a lot of their previous songs. Great song. Number 7 from the 80s, the Roger Taylor written Radio Gaga. This is fantastic. Now this is whenever you take the fist pumping and do it properly. This is just a really, really good song, and it is quite long. And after the disappointment of Hot Space, this is what the Queen fans were looking for. And this is actually quite electronic, but it's a brilliant song, and it was performed at Live Aid, and just look at the crowds at Live Aid and they'll tell you how much they appreciated it. So that's my number 7. Number 6, Freddie Mercury's Killer Queen from Sheer Heart Attack, number 2 in the charts. Just wonderful pop song, excellent Mercury composition, love it, from an excellent album. So that's my number 6. And so Brian, you get a number 5, and it's their debut single, Keep Yourself Alive. This is absolutely fantastic song. This is a really, really good rocker, and they did re-record this during the opera sessions, and it's, I think, even better. But this is the original single, and it's brilliant. It never features on any of the greatest hits, probably because it was never a hit, but to me this should have been on Greatest Hits 1, even though it was never a hit. It's performed quite a bit, and I think every Queen fan in the world would put this actually quite high on their list. So that's my number 5. Number 4, John Deacon's I Want to Break Free from the Works. I loved this at the time, I love it now. Again, this is a remix from the album with an extra instrumental part shoved in the middle, which makes it even better. The video of this is atrocious. I'm sorry, it's atrocious. It's not funny in any way. The instrumental section of the video is very arty and it's okay, but the so-called Coronation Street bit is just, forget about it. But the song itself is brilliant, and this single came out in 4 sleeves, one with a picture of each of the band members, and I remember buying this at the time, insisting he looked through them because I wanted the one with John Deacon, because he wrote the song. That's the only reason he wrote the song, so that's why I wanted him on the cover. Number 3, the gospel flavoured Somebody to Love from Day at the Races. Brilliant song, absolutely brilliant. I can't fault it in any way. I did get fed up with it for a while, but I've just got back into it again, and the harmonies of this are brilliant, and the song structure is it's top notch. It's Freddie at his best, and that is Somebody to Love from A Day at the Races. Now I struggled with 2 and 1. My heart said one of them and my head said the other, and I love the both of them to bits, but I'm going to go this way. For number 2, I'm going to go with Don't Stop Me Now. This is the one that my heart says is my favourite. This brings back so many memories of me going to youth club in 1979, and this was played constantly, and I just love it, and I still love it. I still get a thrill hearing it. The hairs stand up in my arms, and it's the best driving song. I've mentioned that before. The guitar work in this is absolutely amazing. The whole thing is amazing, and it's one of the best singles of the 70s, never mind one of the best singles by Queen. So that's my number 2, Freddie Mercury's Don't Stop Me Now from Jazz. And of course number 1, well, my head said this and my heart says that as well, and it's Bohemian Rhapsody, the number 1 hit single from 1975 and also 1991. and probably one of the most famous songs ever. I can't really say much more about this. It was just, I don't know, I don't even know how to describe this. It's just epic. It's one of the most epic songs ever released, and I think it's probably one of the nation's most favourite songs ever. So Bohemian Rhapsody, Freddie Mercury's, from the Night at the Opera album in 1975. Okay, so that's me ranking all Queen's 41 singles from Keep Yourself Alive to The Show Must Go On. As I say before, it's very subjective and a lot of people will not agree with what I've said, but sure, you have your favourites and you have your least favourites. So that's me for now. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope to have another video quite soon. Okay, now all the best. Bye bye.